We have no channels. Subscribe to our new channels. Thank you for subscribing to our new channels. Click on these links to go to our new channels. We have new channels. New channels for different games on Football Manager. Go to our new channels and subscribe now. Howdo, ladies and gents, and welcome to York City in the Championship. Oh, yes. Look at this. Wow. Okay. Big time. We are in the big time. Both of our local rivals are in this division with us, as are Stoke, Swansea, Middlesbrough, Hull, a bunch of established, strong teams. It's going to be a very difficult season. I'm not going to waste too much of your time. We've had around about just over £1 million to spend, and we're still making losses, as you can see over here. Massive losses month on month, but realistically, it's sink or swim. I had to spend the money in order to give us a chance of remaining in this division. We are heavily tipped to go down, but we were last season and we fucking got promoted. Don't know if that's going to happen again. Is 4 promotions in a row beyond us? Probably. But I've spent some money. I've took the gamble, took the risk. I've spent the money they gave me. Well, let's see what I've managed to spend it on. The first man that I will quickly show you is Darnell Furlong. He is currently, I'm having to wait on confirmation because I had to delay it for a week while I raised a bit of money in order to pay for him. But Darnell will come in. He is a right back. He was one of the free agents that was scouted as part of the trialist game, and he looks very strong indeed. He's a defensive fullback by trade, but obviously we play fullback on support. But his dribbling and crossing and first touch are all good enough. His tackling and marking is decent. His mentals are relatively strong, and his physicals are very strong indeed. 23 years old. Very happy with that free signing. Now, the first signing that I made of this window, very early on in it, 9th of June, I made this signing, Stephen Hendry from Portsmouth for I think about £93,000. And for that money, I think this is a very good signing. His physical stats are all, I've just clicked away from that. Physical stats are all very nicely rounded. Fullback on support is what we play. Physical stats very nicely rounded. 24-year-old Scott. Decent mentals, could do with being a bit stronger, but he's young enough that they will improve. Good crossing and dribbling, good tackling, passing and marking is especially very good. Got a bit of potential to improve a little as well. Again, very happy with that signing, 93 grand from Pompey. Next up, one that I'm sure Franny will be very interested in, Brendan Galloway on loan from Stoke. Valued at £2.7 million. My coaches are shitting themselves about how good he is. And if you look at his stats, you can see why. Centre back or left back, both very natural. I'm going to be playing him as a centre back because of the 15 tackling, 14 marking, 12 heading. He can dribble and he can pass as well. He could play in the midfield if he needed to. Great mental stats for a 23-year-old and excellent physicals. 6'2". He looks dynamite at centre back. Next one is a player that you're all already familiar with, but this isn't a reloan. We've managed to sign him to a contract. Dominic Telford. Delighted with that. What did he do? What did he get for us last year? I forget the exact figures. 27 goals and 8 assists, 8 man of the match awards in 42 appearances at an average of 7.23. If he can do that or anything close to that in this division, then, we have an incredible player on our hands. And I've only just noticed that he's played for Blackpool. A bit of a crossover. Next up is the first of the kind of big money signings that I've made. I made a few signings for around £250,000 mark. This being the first of them, Paul Digby. Forgotten where I signed him from actually, but what really gets me is a 6'4", towering strength, great physicals across the board, very good mental stats, decent technical ability for a centre back, but this is the versatility here that I really wanted from him. He can play at centre back, he can play ball and midfielder, he can play in the centre of midfield as well, and he can do a decent job at all three. So a bit of a versatile player as well. It's probably one of our starting centre backs. Or if he doesn't start at centre back, then he's probably better than Clovis at defensive midfield. We'll come to that in a minute though. Paul Digby, by the way, was signed from Ipswich, and this man, Sam Sturridge, I keep saying Sturridge, was signed from Bournemouth for the same fee, 250 grand. He's a young target man. Probably not quite as good as Mavididi, who we have on a reloan, by the way. But he looks a very good player. He has a potential to grow a massive amount. His potential to be a Premier League striker, this lad. Good physicals. Mentals are a bit weak, but he's 21. That's okay. And 6'3", decent bit of strength. He's got a good touch to hold the ball up, good finishing, good heading. I'm quietly confident that he'll be very good for us this year. Penultimate signing of the window, actually for a little less money than I remember it being, only 130 grand from Tottenham, is Thomas Glover, 21-year-old Australian goalkeeper who looks pretty fucking good. His agility is a little lower than I expect, but his physical stats in general are very good indeed. 6'5", so good aerial reach, strong handling. Couple of stats here aren't great. It's the 2 8s that I'm looking at. Decision making of 8, communication of 8. Decisions isn't as important when they're not playing a sweeper keeper, which I will never play. Communication of 8 isn't amazing though, but he's young. That can improve and hopefully will. I think he's a good keeper. I think he's better than Kellerus. He will probably start in this first game. And last but not by no means least, on a free signing in the same trialist squad as Darnell, this is Hiram Boateng. I believe he was a proper wonder kid at one point. I know he was a really good player to sign on FIFA career mode maybe a couple of years ago. 23 years old at this point, good physical stats, good mental stats, good technical stats, just a decent looking all-around midfielder. He might start, but I've got OV back on loan from Liverpool again, so he will vie with OV and obviously Jamie and Chris for central midfield spots. He looks decent, valued at £1.4 million as well, and so signing him for a free might be a decent investment down the line if we need to start selling to make money. Quite happy with my summer overall, to be honest. If we just go back and have a look, we've spent 1.1 million, which is about what I had to spend. Only brought in 40 grand, and that was for Andy Little. I wasn't going to use him. I decided I wasn't going to use him. I'm now actually a little light at striker, but I decided that I wasn't going to really use him. And I could get a bit of money for him, and I needed a bit of money to try and finalise signing of Darnell, so I took 40k for him. Other than that, it's just releases. Lawless, Dodds, Vlad, Alex Whittle, which I was a bit sad about, Madison, Callum Whelan, White Man, Jake Cassidy, Piggott again, a bit sad about that one, and Sonny Bradley, which I know will devastate some of you. I'm sorry. I don't really think he's championship quality. Don't think it's there. He's great at heading, and his work rate's excellent, but I just don't see him doing well in this league. But never mind all that shit. We have a home game against Huddersfield at a Yorkshire derby to start off our tenure in the Sky Bet Championship. How are we going to do? I don't know. This is the team that I've gone for the first league game. We're going for Glover in goal, Rooney, Galloway, Digby, Hendry, Clovis, Hansen, Ovi, Ferguson, Telford, Mavi. Now, I'm aware that I could probably play someone stronger than Rooney or Clovis, but I love this. I'm a bit of a romantic at times on Football Manager. I love the idea that these two are starting players who I'm going to actually go back and look at the first episode I ever did of this save and see if I did start them in the first ever game. I hope I did. And so for this first game, this is the team that we're going with. I am going with the more experienced Leathering in goal for the first game. Rooney is going at right back. I deliberated over that for a little while. We are away from home. Maybe I should go for... No, don't start this again. No, Rooney though. Brody's there again. Is it offside? It looked it. Oh yeah, Clovis. Clovis can come for chicken. Do a decent job in there. If not, this segment's a little bit sad now. But if I did, then they have made it with me from the Vanarama National League to the Championship. That is an achievement, and these two players are still, I think my coaches both have them at 2 stars. And look at Sean Rooney's card, man. It looks so bad, but he plays so well. Clovis is as well, doesn't look very good at all. He's got good tackling, I guess, and he's strong. But by no right should either of these lads play well in this league. But I just have a feeling that they will, and I guess we're about to find out. Right now, you know the tactic. I don't need to run through the tactic with you. You know the tactic that we play. It's the same all the time. I might actually drop Obi onto defend. In fact, yes, I'm going to. But it's the same lineup, the same shape that we always play in this series. I don't see the point of changing it when I've got 3 promotions with it back to back. Now, predictably enough, we are hefty underdogs. Even while at home, we're 11-5, where Huddersfield are evens to win the game. But realistically, I just want to make sure that we can hang in this league. I'm not expecting to win. I'm not even expecting to get a point. I just want to not get battered. I want to make sure that we can hang. I want to make sure that we belong here. Their team, any noticeable names? Jamal Blackman in goal. Hindman. Fucking Kyle Dempsey. Oh dear. And Hewula up front. No other notable names though, really. Zeki Friars. I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. My confidence is lifted a little at that. I'm going to calmly tell them to enjoy themselves and relax a little bit. Calmly, I have faith in you. I want them to be relaxed. I don't want them to go into this tense. Because if they're tense, we might make mistakes. So let's go. That's okay. So corner early for them. Hansen heads away. Can Ferguson get to that? It looks like he's going to. Don't just hoof it, mate. Don't just hoof it. That's fucking awesome. Telford, finish, please. Oh, my day. Okay, never mind. Never mind. What a pass from Ferguson. We've had the more of the ball early on. I like how he floated over to that. That was cool. And what a ball this is. Telford should have done a lot better. It's a great run off the back of Billing. Oh dear, that's wild. That's wild, Dom. That's wild. We've been relatively dominant here so far. 4 shots to 1. We've had more of the possession. They've just had an injury. I think they've had to make a change. I'm relatively happy with this first half hour. Come on, lads. Let's get a goal. Right, so other than that glaring miss from Telford, not much has really happened in this first half. I'm going to calmly tell them to keep going. Oh dear, that didn't go that well. So calm faith it is again. Yeah, very happy with how that went. We definitely the better side in the half. Not much happened in it, but if we can create a chance and take it better than we did our first one, I'm quietly confident of securing a result here. 10 shots to 3. Come on, lads. 10 shots to 4. Now 11. Come on, make one of them count. But here it's them with Hindman. Barboos is over to Williams. Oh, that's a good cross. Oh, it's off the bar from Hewula, and Bunn will chase it down. Oh, got away with that. Got away with that massively. Let's actually watch this. Right, so it's played over to the right wing here for Williams. Puts a good cross in, a very good cross. He should do better, Hewula. He should do better. It's down the middle and at the bar. Just down and to either side and he scores. So 67 minutes on the clock. We've had more of the possession, we've had more shots, but they've actually come the closest to scoring. I don't quite know what to change. Telford is not having a very good game. All he's really done is that miss. So I'm going to give Surridge a debut. And Clovis isn't having a great game. What I might do is I could drop Ovi back here and have Ovi play deep line playmaker on defend just further back, and then bring Boateng on and have him be a deep line playmaker but on support, not defend. Yep, let's do that. Let's try those two things for now. 2 debutants, Boateng and Surridge. They're not going to respond to... Oh, they did. Boateng did. Good stuff. 80 minutes gone exactly, and still not much happening. Didn't mean to do that, sorry. Who else isn't having a great game? Brendan Galloway, unfortunately, isn't having a great game, but I'm not going to bring him off. I'm a bit unsure here. I think I'm going to just bring Chris on for Hansen, just a straight swap. Fresher man as the box-to-box man. Hopefully he can make a difference. I still have great faith in you, Chris. Come on, mate. They've come back into it in terms of shot count as well. But they've only had 2 on target to our 6. Come on, make one count. Oh dear. Corner for them right at the end. Atkinson heads away. Is this an actual highlight or just the game ending? Barbousas didn't exactly rush out there. Here's Dempsey. That's awful. So it's a 0-0. I will probably take that. It's a 0-0 in which we were clearly on top. Well, I don't know about clearly on top actually. That might be a bit overreaching, but we definitely can hang with Huddersfield in this division. I kind of wish we had nicked it, having had the slightly better of it, but I'm going to tell them they were unlucky. That's fine. And yeah, that's a decent start. And here we go, we can finalise the signing of Darnell Furlong. Excellent news. Some right back depth. Sorry Sean. Sorry Rooney, mate. That might be it for you in terms of being the regular starter. Oh yeah, Dean Marnie is new captain since Little left, but which was a bit confusing because I got a notification towards the end of last season saying Dean Marnie is retiring, so I thought that meant, since it came through last season, it was going to retire at the end of that season, but it's not. He's staying on for another year. He's retiring at the end of this current season. So he's a club captain for this year. He has great leadership stats. So, yeah. And so the next game that we have is the first round at the EFL Cup at home against Scunny. Priorities have to be set though. I am not interested in the EFL Cup, so we're going for a rotation team. Some players who are out of favour, some players who need match fitness. So Kellerus in goal, Furlong who's just joined, needs some match fitness, might as well play this one. Luis Silva and De Grassa, the two youngsters at centre back, who've both been on excellent form recently. Raheem Hanley, probably my third choice, is the second best left back at the club, now behind Hendry, but I probably prefer Maguire to him. So he can play in this game and try and impress me, because in pre-season he has been very good. The skipper Dean Marnie can play in the holding role, get some match fitness. Atkinson and Hiram Boateng can stake their claim for first team spots here. Aidan Connolly can come in to try and get some form going, because he has played well lately, but I just kind of haven't been able to work him into the team. Telford, because I only have 3 strikers in the squad, and Sam Surridge. Furlong needs a number. He's a right back, and from what we have available, I'm going to go with 24. We're the favourites for this match, rightly so, but not by that much. Yeah, whatever, let's just go with that. Any recognisable names? No. And here they go. Free kick for them. Morris takes it in. Kellerus, I don't know where you were going there, mate. McPhee, Dreyer, Holmes, Musquay. This is excellent play from... that's a brilliant goal. That's really, really well worked. Paddy Madden slots it home. Second goal of the season already. That's a really, really, really good goal. We'll watch that in 3D. I was just about to say something before the highlights started, because Raheem Hanley gave away that free kick over on the right, which is weird. But it said he gets away with one, gets a lecture from the referee. That's the other reason I don't like him. He gets sent off a lot and just booked a lot, and that kind of puts me off. That's a really good goal. Well played. Can you tell how much I want to go through in this cup? Here they come again. Clark, Holmes. Oh, got done a bit too easily there, Raheem. That's a good ball. Well done, Lewis. Come De Grassa to get to that? No. Got done too easily again. Mantum has space. What a strike. Good save, Keller. Let's watch this in 3D as well, because this is first time. Is this on the volley? It's difficult to tell in 2D whether it's in the air or on the ground. That's really poor, Kieran. Musquay across. It's on the volley, you know. That's a good save, Keller. We've only had 1 shot and it was off target. They've had 4, all of them on target. We're having the ball, but we're not doing anything with it. Come on, lads. And that's generally a very poor first half from us. I'm not going to be aggressive. I'm just going to be calm, but I'm going to demand better. Come on, lads. And what a shock. Hanley's booked. What a shock. From kickoff, though, can we do something? Oh, Atkinson's ghosting past them. Highlight for them, starting with a throw. Musquay. Manton plays it forward for Madden. We get a lot of men round him, but didn't really try and tackle him. Here's Musquay. Well done, Raheem. Don't fly in again. I just think he's going to get sent off every time he goes near someone. Musquay, Holmes. There we go. Won that. Connolly. Surridge. Hold it up a bit. Now look for Telford. Excellent ball. Telford, don't fluff this one, mate. Well, you put it on target. That's an improvement from the last time. See how positive I'm being today? See how positive I'm being? I'm feeling very positive. Connolly with the corner. Can you do anything? Boateng rises, but heads it wide. Oh, it's a corner, actually. Connolly puts it in again. De Grassa is going to get to that. Fouled? No. Furlong clears, but not very well. Here's Dreyer. Dreyer wide from Musquay. Lots of space for him. Good ball across, and it's 2-0 Morris. With the goal, Josh Morris. At this point then, just after the hour, with the game lost, anyone here that I'm considering playing in league games can come off. I should have filled the bench with nobodies instead of all the players that I might play. In fact, yeah, Cal Cop can come in and get some fitness. We'll bring Boateng off. You can do that then. Actually, no, you can't defend. Support. Really couldn't give a shit about this club. I shouldn't have included this match in the video, really, but it's the second match of the season, so the first episode of each season has always been the first 2 games and me discussing transfers, which is what we've done. And the game that mattered went okay. The game that doesn't matter hasn't gone okay at all. But yeah, it'd be right. Beer 8, 2-0 defeat at Scunny. No, not at Scunny. At home to Scunny. In the EFL Cup, who's bothered? We're in the Championship. This is exciting times for York City. Exciting times for this save, exciting times for this channel, or at least me on it. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. I'll see you for some more next time. Go and check out myself and Franny's individual channels, for which there will be a trailer at the beginning and end. Oh, come on, win the Championship. This is exciting. We have no channels. Subscribe to our new channels. Thank you for subscribing to our new channels. Click on these links to go to our new channels. We have new channels for different games, different games of all football manager. Go to our new channels and subscribe now.